Welcome to Agape Freedom Sports. My name is Jeric Yurkanin. Tonight, we have an exciting show. We have the boys from the Lakeland Chiefs football team coming on tonight. We have Chase Rosenkrantz, Gavin Roberts, Dylan Loomis, Cody Miller coming on. Chase is a sophomore. Gavin is a junior. Dylan Loomis is a freshman, and he's a starter for the Chiefs this year. And Cody Miller is their tight end, big tight end, junior, and he's a starter. So we're so excited to bring on the Lakeland Chiefs boys tonight. But with me is my co-host, Stephanie Granville. Welcome, Stephanie. Thank
Whoa.
you.
Hi. Nice to be here. So we
Yes,
do have an
it is.
exciting night tonight. We're interviewing, our school.
Yes. So how's your week?
It was good. It was good. I did a lot of stuff with the kids this week and working on things for our podcast to make them better every week. So writing notes and keeping myself busy.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
My week was good too. I was
Good.
kind of busy.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. I covered a soccer game, a Lakeland and West Scranton soccer game. Friday, I went to the Dunmore Bucks and Lakeland game. Didn't turn out as I expected and
I
predicted.
was just going to ask that because I had to work, so I didn't get to come see the game. So how was the game?
It was a very good game. Lakeland was down 14-0, and at first I'm thinking, this might be a blowout. This isn't good for my prediction. Not even close. I got it wrong. I picked the wrong winning team. But I'm like, this is not going to be good, right? And Lakeland came back. They scored 14 points. I can't remember exactly. I think it might have been in the second quarter or something. They tied it up. They played good defense and let me think. No, it wasn't second quarter. I should keep notes. No, they tied it up. It was the fourth quarter.
Okay.
They tied it up to 14, and the next drive, Dunmore got the ball, and they ran the ball. I don't know how many yards, but they ended up scoring, and Lakeland had another shot, and they didn't get the ball in. They were moving, but I picked Lakeland to win this one. 20-14. This was the only pick I got wrong this week.
Oh, wow. And it was their big homecoming game too, right?
There was a big homecoming game. I think there was 10 picks I did, and that was the only one wrong. I'm never missing Dylan Loomis. He's out, He was out. The freshman, he's coming on there.
And why was Dylan out?
I don't know if I could say or not, but injured. I probably could say, but I don't want to share it. But he was injured, put that way, and so I don't know if that made a difference or not, but I think they were doing actually, but I think it's Ronco. Let me see his name. Ronco Spatero, I think his name is. Make sure I got his name right. Should have done this before I got on here.
Just the song.
Yeah, Rocco Spatero. He's a freshman. They were putting him in a couple plays, and he was running. And he was fast and looked pretty comfortable. Then they were putting David Nanowitz in there too to throw the ball, and he ran the ball. And I'm at the point where it's probably going to be a losing season. They're probably going to get people's going to get their punches on them because I think they got a tougher schedule coming up. I think they should put Rocco Spatero in there. That's just my opinion.
And what grade is Rocco in?
He's in ninth grade. I think put David Nanowitz at tight end. Okay. I know they have a tight end already, Cody, who's coming on here. Maybe put him wide receiver, put him somewhere. I think it would be better for the team and for next year. You're probably not going to make playoffs this year. Most likely not. And that people get their punches on and then just practice and get better. And having a freshman, it looks better in the future when people start doing predictions and the experience.
Well, I just realized we have no seniors coming on tonight to talk.
No, right? No seniors. So that's good for Lakeland.
Yeah. So all of these boys still have Them still have another year.
Two
So
or
next,
three.
so Chase Rosenkrantz is a sophomore, correct? And
Yes.
what does he play?
He plays wide receivers, like one of Lincoln's top wide receivers. He's very good. He's a very, very good basketball player. Very good basketball player. He was a
Okay.
freshman. Yeah, he's really good.
And then Gavin Roberts, what is he?
I think he plays some wide receiver, but he plays mostly, I think, defense.
Okay,
Defensive back.
nice.
And we got Cody here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have a senior on, but
Yeah.
at least, talking to them, we'll see what they, think about next
Yep.
year. They can't go far this year, but they all still have another chance at it. So
Yeah, they do.
good
But
thing.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I think they should try different things.
Yeah.
And next year I think it's going to be their year. I think they're going to be very good next year, and that's just my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it sucks when you make adjustments and make decisions like this, but I ran a softball team 8 years, and there's times I made hard decisions. Although they're adults, it's
Mhm.
different the way they handle things. And end up being successful decisions that led to
Mhm.
success and making championships and things. So that's just
Absolutely.
my opinion. But anyhow, I know I'm talking a lot, Stephanie. Do you mind if I go over my picks plus what the score was?
Go ahead. Let's do it.
All right, let me go to the thing. So the first game, Delaware Valley and Abington. I said 24-13, Delaware Valley by 11. The score was Delaware Valley 35, Abington 28. So Delaware Valley won by 7, and I said by 11. Next game, I predicted Holy Cross 27, Holy Redeemer 12 to win by Holy Cross to win by 15. Um, Holy Cross won 34-10. It's by like 24. Prep won the ball back. I said Prep was going to win 38-25. No, 28. I'm talking too fast. Prep was going to win 38-13. Prep won by 20. Well, I said win by 25. Where is it? Prep won 42-13. So that's by like 29. Western Wayne and Honesdale. I picked Honesdale to win 40-20 by 20. Honesdale lost, which Western Wayne did win, and I picked them. Western Wayne won 49-14. So I got that one right. Well, I got them all right so far.
Mhm.
Winning team. Lackawanna Trail, I picked 36. Um, and Old Forge 20. And Lackawanna Trail by 16. Lackawanna Trail won 49-13. Riverside, I picked to win 36-20 over Susquehanna by 16. Riverside won 34-26. Susquehanna played a tough game there
Mhm.
against a good team, Riverside. Mid Valley, I said 36-8 over West Scranton by 28. Ooh, I think I'm almost close. I said 36-8, and Mid Valley won 35-6. It's not bad.
No, that's not bad at
By
all.
28, I'm close. And then I picked Lakeland to win 20-14. Guess what? Swap that around. Dunmore won 20-14.
Yeah.
And Carbondale picked to win, of course. So yeah, I think I'm. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 9-1 this week.
The bigger question is, who did you pick this week, the Cowboys or the Giants?
Well, I'm a Giants fan,
I
and
know you are. And I'm a Cowboys fan, so we won. I don't know if you knew that, but
yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, Giants disappoint me.
it's okay. You know, you could always become a Cowboys fan if you really need
I could.
to.
Did you watch the game?
I watched it on my phone, which is not fun. I wasn't home, so I go crazy watching the score update. And it's funny because it's slow on my phone and I'm like, oh gosh, whatever happened already happened and I'm waiting to see it.
I know, right? Yeah, Giants have been disappointing me. I don't watch NFL too much. I like college better. But I just try to make sense out of it. NFL team could suck year after year after year after year after year.
Yeah. Who is your college team?
Clemson.
Oh,
Yeah, they
sorry.
won.
I didn't even see your house. I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Nice. I respect Northern Dame and their history. Love it.
Fighting Irish.
Yep, Newt
Most of
Rockney.
what?
Newt Rockney.
I was gonna say most of my friends are Penn State fans, so it's funny. They're all like, "Do you want to go to a Penn State game?" I'm like, I mean, I like watching football, but I like to watch my teams."
So let's see if we got we got one. We're in for one more person. But
Let me see. All right. I have all the names. I wanted to make sure that I had everybody down here. And then we'll just I have my questions written down for them too, so
good.
we'll go back and forth.
Like my background?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited about tonight. I mean, I graduated
Me
from
too.
Lakeland 2002, and
I was really hoping Ethan Kilmer came on.
yeah, he's a beast.
He is a beast. He is.
Yeah, it always feels good to go cover Lakeland. Like I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
again this week.
Well, yeah,
So let
because
me
that's
know.
your alma mater.
Yeah, it is.
That's
So
what's
let me know if you can make it. And if you thought about it,
yeah,
see what you
well,
could do.
I will. I'll work on it.
Good,
Yeah, 'cause I'd love to be there.
good. So we're waiting for Chase. So
That's it. Everybody
yeah.
else is waiting.
Oh wait, yeah. Let me make sure. Let me make sure you got the link. I'm
Okay.
sure you did. Do we got him? Yeah, I think we got everybody.
Perfect.
Cool.
So we're ready to rock and roll.
We are.
All
Bring them
right.
on. We got Cody Miller. How you doing, Cody?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Hello,
Good.
Cody.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
And we're gonna bring on Gavin Roberts next. Hi, Gavin.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
And we're gonna bring on Dylan Loomis next. Hi, Dylan. Do you hear us? Hi, Dylan.
Hey,
How you doing?
very good. How about you?
Good. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Of course, of course. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's bring on Chase. How you doing, Chase?
Hi, how are we doing?
Good. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. So yeah, I'm Jeric and Stephanie. We're a new podcast. I'm sure you
Hi,
probably
boys.
heard.
Hello.
Hi.
So you like
So we
my
appreciate
background?
you guys coming on.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no problem.
Of
Thank you.
course.
You like my background?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did it just for you guys.
I mean, unless you want us to put Carbondale up in the background. I mean, what do we
No way.
want?
No way.
that might be fighting words. So, but yeah, I'm excited to have you all on here. And we started doing this about 2 weeks ago, this podcast, and I was doing we had different ideas coming up because we're new. We started in July. Stephanie joined us just 2 weeks ago. So I think this is a good idea, and we're going to continue doing this. And that of you boys, you're young. Dilling's a freshman. Cody's a junior, and Chase is a sophomore, and then Gavin's a junior. So,
And this blows my mind because I knew Dylan when he was a baby. To know that he's a freshman right now makes me feel really old.
I went to school with Dilling's mom. She was in my same grade. But
yeah.
Sorry about Friday. Sorry about Friday that things didn't work out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, tough.
What are you gonna do?
Yep. And I want you guys to bust Little Kilmer on not being here tonight.
Mm-hmm. We will.
All right, make sure Monday.
Make sure for me. I need you to.
We will. Don't worry about it.
It was a good game. Good Dunmore Lakeland game. I remember growing up, and I never played football, but I was a diehard Lakeland fan. I graduated from Lakeland 2002. Always Lakeland Dunmore, and that was one of those games. One of those good games, and you guys, played hard and you stayed with them. At first, I thought they were going to blow you out, and then no, you guys came back. So, that's what matters the most. They just got lucky. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think next year is going to be a big year.
Yeah, me too.
And you're all young.
Yeah, so. You guys all are very young.
Yep.
So, Dylan, I did not know that you were a starter. Being a freshman and a starter, that's pretty awesome, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, but.
How do you feel about it?
I feel grateful. It's a really big opportunity for me to step up is even better.
Absolutely, it is. Keep going.
And
with
I found
it
out. And
I
found out. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. You can go.
I think I didn't know this year. My understanding is Lakeland got rid of their A team, and they have 7th and 8th graders on freshmen.
Yes. That is true. Because the A team cheerleaders have to cheer for the B team. My daughter cheers.
I was thinking about that. I think I like that idea. I really do, because when you're competing against better athletes, and when you have a good work ethic, right? You're only going to get better, right? So if you're playing against some players that's better than you or older than you or whatever, you're only going to get better. Like Dilling's a freshman, so he has 4 years to be in varsity to play against that competition, and just going to get better. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
So
yeah, I think the 7th and 8th.
Are you guys ready for some questions?
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
but yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Do you want to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am just going to start with who's at the top here. So we'll kind of go in a row. So I'm going to start with Cody. Cody, I wanted to know, who is your role model?
My role model is definitely my dad.
Your dad?
Look up every day. Yeah, both my parents. They do everything to help me out and teach me a lot of different things, and I just look up to my parents.
And have you played football since you were a kid?
Yeah, I've been
playing
since I was 8 years old. Yeah.
So your parents probably had to do a lot of work to keep you going here, right? So that's awesome. That's awesome. How about you, little Rosencrantz with the hood up?
Yeah.
Remind me of my son right now.
Probably my parents. Honestly, my dad was my coach growing up a lot, so being around him was definitely a good role model, especially my mom too. She's taught me more the life aspect as a role model, and my dad's kind of just been that coaching aspect and coaching role model.
And have you played since you were little too?
No, I was always too scared as a kid, so I played flag football, and once 3rd grade or 4th grade hit, I played for a couple of years. Then I quit and played soccer, and then I came back my 8th grade year. So just 3 years recently.
Oh wow, good for you, kid.
Thank you.
All right. What about
so you just
Bill?
You just have natural talent because you're a pretty good wide receiver.
Maybe, yeah. That and definitely working at it too, especially helps more.
No, I'm sure. Next, I have little Loomis. Same
I
question.
can
Who is
agree.
your role model and
Uh,
why?
I can agree with Chase with his dad being coach growing up. My dad was my coach since, as long as I can remember, like 5 years old on T-ball. I started
Mhm.
playing football in like second, third grade, and from there since I've never stopped.
Awesome.
Hmm.
And Mr. Gavin?
Yeah, my role model is definitely my brother, Ethan Roberts. You probably know him.
I know your brother.
Yeah,
Yes, I know your
he
brother.
inspires me a lot. His work ethic just, yeah, you know him. But his work ethic
Those
just
darn
inspires
kids.
me, and he always stays on me. So
Good.
he's definitely my idol for sure.
Well, that's a good thing. It's good that you look up to your brother. I mean, Emily looks up to Jonathan
Yeah, I
sometimes.
love him. Yeah,
So there's
sometimes.
nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to go back. Do you have a question that you want to ask, Jared, before I go to my next one?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
What? Yeah, some of my questions. Some of them going to be for everybody to answer. Some of them is just whoever wants to answer.
Mhm.
This one, I want everyone to answer. What do you enjoy the most about your team this year? Like playing on your team, what do you enjoy the most about it? Cody?
Uh, it's just a great group of guys. Everyone wants to work, and although the outcomes aren't there right now, I mean, in the future, next year, we're gonna come back and we're gonna be better.
Yeah.
What a
Good
good
answer.
way to look at it, too. That
Mhm.
even if you're having a rough season, every one of you have another chance because none of you are seniors. So that is such a positive way to look at it.
I'm a
Don't
firm
get
believer.
down if you have a bad year.
I'm a firm believer. Like I ran a slow pitch softball team for 8 years, a men's lead, adult lead. Make up with the championships and with a lot of different players each year. Um, Sometimes take your punches. You guys obviously having a rough season. Don't lose focus. Keep focusing on what you need to do and how you could get better, stronger, faster, smarter, um, and just improve all around, right? And win or lose, it doesn't matter. Don't give up. And yeah, just stay focused on the future, which is you are returning next year. And I think it's going to be your year. It's so easy to look at yourself during a game and the score and the team you're playing and being scared and disappointed, after these losses and to give up. No, just keep working hard, keep fighting, keep being alive and having confidence and help your teammates get better. Encourage your teammates and those that aren't in the weight room. I mean, I'm a firm believer. What makes a good athlete is many things, right? But I'm going to name one thing is making people around you better. If Chase or Cody's a big dude. If you know somebody on the team who's maybe a loner, right? But could be a good athlete, could contribute to the team. Bring them along and get them in the weight room, practice with them, teach them some things because it takes a team to win games, you know, and it takes everybody to be on the same page to win games, and so that's definitely something that matters. Like you may not like somebody or may not be friends with somebody in school, right? Your high schoolers, but you might need that kid on your football team. You might need him someday when somebody's hurt, like Gilling was out. Well, next guy up, right? So
And that was my question. Dylan, are you able to talk? What happened? Why were you out of the game?
So last week against Susquehanna, I got caught and I had to head contact hit. Got a concussion out for the week, but
Yeah, I
just
heard you
trying
got hurt. I just didn't know how.
yeah, concussion. Just trying to make a speedy recovery and be back for this week.
How are you feeling?
Right now, I'm feeling great. I definitely feel like I'm gonna be able to play this week.
Okay, good. Well, you're the only person who knows when you're ready. So if
Yep.
you feel like you're ready, don't go back to it just because you're ready. Make sure you're really ready because you don't want to fall out again.
yeah. So
So,
I think we're on Chase, right? All right. The question
What?
I asked. Yeah.
Probably what he said, probably just a group of guys and like just wanting to come back every week and work. Just the team chemistry too is probably a great aspect.
Dylan?
Mhm.
definitely, the bond on our team. We really like every time we break out the huddle, family on me, family on three. Like it's every week, just a real family we are. And especially, another thing, just learning from the upperclassmen, the kids older than me, especially like the linebacker beside me, Chris Shamola, every week, just that bond growing and growing and learning every week.
Gavin?
That's a good thing. I feel like the last time that we what school did we speak to 2 weeks ago? They said the same thing. Like I love listening to you guys talk about the bond, especially being in high school, because obviously not everybody gets along and you guys are young. So it makes me happy to hear that, during your sports that you are bonding with everybody. It's like a camaraderie, and it should be, and that's what makes you get better, learning from everybody.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Mid Valley.
Yeah, Mid Valley. So it's good to hear that.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
Gavin, was he next? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just
My
like the team
screen's so
chemistry
small.
with everyone. It's just everyone's showing up to practice. We're having fun. Everyone's friends. Makes it really easy to show up every day and just work. I love it.
Good.
Thank you, guys.
Do any of you have jobs outside of football? No?
Not right. I'm just waiting until after football season for right now.
That's smart. That's smart. I know it's hard. I was going to see if you had a balance or a struggle, because the boys from Mid Valley, a bunch of them had jobs, and it just blows my mind at your guys' age to, what do you practice 5 days a week for
Yeah.
football?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I can't imagine having all of that on your plate. But when we were speaking about athletes before, I would like to know, who do you look up to as an athlete? I'll start with Cody. You're on top on my screen, so you'll always be the first to answer for me.
Athlete.
Is there any athletes that you respect in
I
the
like.
NFL or college?
I honestly, I don't really watch football, to be honest. I'm not.
Really?
I like to watch
Oh.
baseball. If you,
Okay.
I look up to Bryce Harper. He works so hard.
Nice.
We've
See, it
got
doesn't have to be football. I was just saying that any athlete that you look up to.
What position you play
Yeah.
in baseball? I forget. First?
Catcher.
Catcher. Nice.
Gavin, how about you? Do you look up to an athlete?
Oh yeah, Richard Sherman. That's my guy. He plays corner like me, and he talks a lot, but he backs it up. So that's why I like him.
Nice. And then Dylan, what about you?
Definitely Mike Tyson. Like his mindset's just different. His type of mindset.
Yeah, it is. And
Thank
then
you.
Honestly, I probably look up to Scotty Scheffler the best. Just watching him play golf a lot and just learning from his story, just saying how he came from not a lot and just making tons of money off golf right now is probably a good role model for me.
Okay. Nice. Jeric, do you have a question?
Sure. Anybody could answer this one. What's your most memorable victory or defeat? What's your most memorable victory or defeat? I know a couple, probably all you boys, you won a couple Super Bowls as a kid, right?
Yeah.
So what's the answer?
Probably our A-team Super Bowl. We played West Scranton at Dunmore. I remember that whole year we just steamrolled everyone and we killed them in the Super Bowl. That was just a memorable moment for me.
Anyone
Yeah,
else?
well,
Memorable moment?
yeah. I was my first year of 7th and 8th grade football when they got rid of the A team, and we played a trail freshman team. And my whole life, used to winning, steamrolling a lot of teams, like Gavin said. It was the first time, like an eye-opening experience, that you're not the best out there. Like there's bigger and bigger people. My first real loss, came out there banged up. Give me a good punch in the chest. Like you need to get better. Just that type of loss really woke up.
Yeah, good answer. Yeah, that's definitely true. When you play competitive teams, and if you have a good work ethic, you're only going to get better.
That is true.
So, Stephanie, do you have a next question?
So I know that Cody said you really don't watch football, but anybody else, who is your favorite NFL team?
Definitely the Eagles,
Oh
100%.
man,
Even though we just
I
got
can't
killed
talk
today.
to you anymore now. This
We're not doing
podcast
too
is
good.
over.
We're not doing too good, but it's
I'm a
still early.
Cowboys fan, so that's why I said
Yeah,
that.
we'll get better.
Anybody else?
Yeah, diehard Eagles fan. Diehard.
Anybody else?
I'm a Bears fan.
Okay. I
Yeah,
like
we
the
That's
should.
Bears.
different.
Yeah, it's
I just like to bust Jeric because he's a Giants fan and we beat them this week. So
They
um,
disappoint me.
now, Cody, what do you like most about playing football? Besides the camaraderie, I get that, but in the beginning, when you first start playing, you don't meet everybody else. What keeps you going besides the family aspect of it? I guess
I
what I
just
should start at, what do you play? What's your position?
tight end DN.
Okay. Okay.
I I don't know. I just like the feeling of everyone looking at me and counting on me to be the best
Mhm.
I can be. And if I do that on the field, then it gives me a sense of pride, I guess.
Okay. It's a good way to look at it. What about little Roberts?
Well, I'm a wide receiver in a corner, but I broke my
Mhm.
wrist before the first game, so I'm only a corner now. I play with a cast on.
Mhm.
But
So
my
you
favorite
play
thing
with
is
your
that,
cast on.
yeah, I've been playing with the cast
Wow.
on since week 2.
He had an interception, I think, in week 2.
Yeah,
He
versus
did.
Holy Cross. That was a memory. Yeah, I
Wow.
remember that. But my favorite thing about football is definitely just showing up every day, working with everybody. Just makes me feel good about myself.
That's a lot of dedication. I feel like
Yeah,
anybody who plays, especially, in high school, because you're not getting paid for it. You're doing this because you love the game.
yeah,
So, and it's a lot. So you guys all must love it to want to practice 5 days a week. I know it takes a lot of your life and for your families. Like,
Hmm.
I know it's all about that sport at that time. What about you, Chase?
Probably the aspect of just having a game every Friday night, knowing like you can go win it no matter what. So just the build
Mhm.
up of that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is just a build up into that Friday. Just let all your energy out and go get a win.
Into that adrenaline rush.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get it. And how about you, Dylan?
I play middle linebacker and tight end. You know, practicing all week and just getting better, and practicing and knowing you put in all that hard work and making those games easy after putting in all those hard work is the best feeling. Hard work
Mm-hmm.
paying off.
Yeah,
I
good
get it.
answers. So, um, we're going to throw this out there. You guys got Honesdale, right? Yeah. Um, Honesdale was good. I think they would be favorited, but I think if you guys, play your best game, they're definitely beatable. So I'll share that with you. So you guys, I think, could beat them. Even if,
100%.
you know what I mean? So yeah. But
Oh, Chase. Yeah.
I have another question. Um, when you're in junior high, was there any Lakeland varsity football player you looked up to growing up?
Definitely. I used to look up when I was younger, 7th and 8th grade. I used to look up to Lakota Dupree. He was just an animal, just a really big kid being down on the field, and just seeing him doing that just inspired me a lot. Like, he was just different.
And look at, his senior year, he gets looked at by teams, or college teams. That's pretty awesome. It's a good one to look
Yeah,
up to.
his brother's on Alabama. He's a freaking
Yeah.
beast.
Yep.
Alabama beat Georgia yesterday, and he blocks very well. He's a very good blocker. I love watching him play. Anybody else?
Yeah, definitely Kevin Snyder. I've always looked up to him, just his mentality, how he plays. It's just inspiring.
Anybody else? No.
I would honestly you go. There you go.
I would say Kevin Snyder too. His mentality. Every time he walked into the weight room, he was the one putting the hardest work in every time.
Yeah, I honestly I looked up to John Siemens a lot.
Two very good football players.
Yeah.
I know Dilling's Uncle John Wormuth, right?
Yep.
He was a beast in football, a very good football player.
Yeah.
Some fun days watching them. He went to D1
Yeah.
college.
He helps me out a lot. He's a really
Yeah.
good football, really good football guy. He knows a lot of stuff.
Stephanie, do you have a question?
So outside of football, I'm going to start with Cody. Cody, what is your favorite subject in school?
Favorite subject in school is probably it's between history or math. It's just I'm good at those two subjects. Science really isn't for me.
And how's the balance with school and football?
It's not too bad right now, to be honest. The work isn't terrible right now. But I'm sure once the school year gets further on, it's gonna get a little more difficult. But
Right. You guys will make it work some way. And Gavin, how about you? What is your favorite subject?
I definitely love history. I've always loved that. Just interests me. I've always been pretty good at it too. So that's definitely my answer.
And how is your balance? When it
It's
comes
not
to
bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's
No?
pretty easy right now. I mean, we just started off like Cody said, but it's easy right now.
Well, that's good. And
I
Chase?
actually, I actually found out about 2 years ago. I did ancestry, the ancestry site or whatever, family tree. Gavin's actually my second cousin, third removed.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah, through your dad's side.
Oh, I never knew that.
Me
The
either.
things
I
you
went to
find out
school
on a
with your,
podcast.
I know.
I went to school with your uncle, with an uncle, your cousin Justin Roberts. So
Oh, yeah.
your cousin, right? Yeah. And I didn't even know we were related in Camber stuff. So
I laugh when you say that when you're on the ancestry thing because I'm thinking of my kids because my first husband, his grandmother had like 15 kids. So I always tell my kids, I'm like, if you start dating anybody, please like let me know first so I can tell you if you're related to them or not. Because the family's so big that,
and the thing
most of them are
is,
from Carbondale.
and I'm going to throw this out there, you want to know who you're related to.
Yeah.
Like there's people I knew personally for years, and they happen to be like a second cousin, third cousin, one removed. And if I didn't do that family tree, you want to know.
Right.
So
Now, Chase, what about you?
Probably math is probably the
Math?
best. Yeah.
I won't ask the other question. I feel like I forgot that really school did just start. So, and Dylan, how about you?
History or science can go either way. I like history. I like learning about the past, all the World War II stuff. That stuff's really cool. And biology, or like just normal science, like doing like the labs and stuff's always pretty cool.
Nice.
I love history too.
Jeric, I'm going to give you the next question because I
Okay.
have to put my phone down for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Name your favorite local restaurant. Every one of you guys, I want to answer. Cody,
Rosario's Pizza in Clark Summit.
Gavin,
The B&B right next to my house. It's in
Nice.
Scott. Love that place.
Chase,
Probably got to be Vincenzo's.
Dylan.
Probably the Royal Buffet in Dixon City.
Nice. Is that open still?
Yeah, it's still open. It's in Dixon
Is
City.
it? Oh, Royal Buffet. Yeah, that's the Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Chinese. I go there. I used to go there more often. It just got mostly sushi, but I cut that out. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, can't go wrong. I guess I'll ask another question. If you could have coffee with any historical figure, who would you choose? Start with Cody. Anyone.
Probably Probably like Babe Ruth. I guess. I'm not too sure.
It's a good answer. Babe Ruth. And now you have Aaron Judge
Yeah.
almost equaling up to him. That's exciting. Very exciting. I love baseball. I worked at the Rare Riders for 2 years ago for like a season as a groundskeeper. And I befriended a couple of players there that were up major leagues, like Ryan Lamar. I have his phone number and still talk to him. He retired since, but it's not fun. Gavin?
Definitely Shaq. That'd just be hilarious. I'd want to talk to him.
Good answer. Chase?
Probably Arnold Palmer.
Good answer. Dylan?
I would love to talk to like George Washington, like to figure out how, back in the American Revolution, all that, like how he really, got over such a big place like the United Kingdom or Britain. Like, just really amazes me all the time.
Coming from a history guy. Yeah, I love history. You could learn a lot from history. Really good. So, Stephanie, your turn.
This question's more for Cody. Actually, Gavin, you're a junior too, right?
Yeah.
So I guess my question is just for the two of you guys. So I know you still have another year after this, but what are your plans? Like, do you want to play football in college? Do you plan to go to college? What do you look at in the future for you?
Once high school's over, that's it for me.
Yeah. You're ready to throw in the towel after you graduate?
I would love to play football in college though.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Yeah, for me, I mean, if I get any offers, I'd definitely pursue it, but it doesn't look like it right now. So I'm thinking about going to Westchester for business. It's where my brother goes.
Nice.
So
That's
I
what
think
my
that'd be
degree's
cool.
in. I have a
Yeah.
business degree. It's a good
Be
degree to
cool.
have.
That'd be cool.
They might be impressed with you playing with one hand or whatever and a cast on the other. So
Yeah, I could definitely write about that.
I'm impressed. I didn't know you could even play with a cast on.
Me neither.
The things I learn. I don't think back in the day they would have let anybody play with a cast on. But you know what? If you feel good enough to play, as long as you're doing it and it's not because, you're forced, which I don't believe you would be, and you're making that choice and you know that it's not hurting you,
Yeah,
So
whatever works.
Oh my gosh, your poor parents, though. I'd be a nervous wreck if my kids out
My
there.
mom freaks out before every game.
I believe it.
I actually learned something when I was working at the Rare Riders like 2 years ago. Ryan Lamar, who I'm going to befriend, I don't talk to us much. He was up Boston, up and down throughout the years, had a walkout for the Yankees 2021. He shared something with me. He said, like, if he got hurt, like, during a game or whatever, any game, and, like, minor leagues, professional, you can't take yourself out. They need to take you out. If you say, oh, yeah, I'm too hurt to play, it's kind of like a black mark, if that makes sense, on your, resume. I don't know what you want it, the way you word it, but basically it doesn't look good for you. And, especially in Yankees, if you're in minor leagues, they're going to be looking at that. So, yeah, it's like, it's a corporation almost. So it's crazy.
Now, do all of you play other sports besides football?
Yeah.
Cody, what other sports do you play?
Just baseball. That's it.
Just baseball? Okay. What about little Roberts?
Play lacrosse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Chase?
I play basketball, play golf, and play track.
And Dylan?
Just baseball.
You guys say just baseball, like, oh, it's just baseball. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Between school, football, going to baseball in the spring. Never say just because it's impressive to me.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot on your plates.
And to be honest, baseball is actually harder than football. You might not really get it. It's not easy to swing a fast ball coming at you. Anyone could catch a football almost coming at you. It's much easier. But baseball is a hard sport. It really is. But I know Chase is a very good basketball player. Watched him a couple of times last year as a freshman. Right. You guys beat Holy Cross.
Yeah.
So I want to hear about the game this week, though. So we're playing Honesdale this week.
Yeah.
And are they good? I haven't watched any of the Honesdale games.
All right, they're nothing special.
So, good answer. So, going into this game, do you have anything you guys are worried about?
I mean, we're definitely injured. We got to rest up. A lot of people got hurt versus Dunmore, but if we have a good week of practice, I think we could come out and beat them.
A lot of people got hurt at the last game.
Yeah.
Oh boy, man,
Yes.
wish he was there.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think you guys have a chance of beating them, but you need to be on your A game. So,
Yeah, we can beat a lot of teams on our best.
Yeah.
I really.
yep. So I guess I'll ask the next question. What's your favorite sports movie, and what do you like the most about the movie? What's your favorite sports movie, and what do you like the most about the movie? Cody.
Definitely Remember the Titans, and it's just a classic. It just shows, I don't know, like how football, like it really is
Mhm.
a family sport. You come together and play as a team, and you could do anything.
Yeah, I love that movie too. One of my all-time favorites. Gavin.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. Pretty much what Cody said. It just shows that football really brings people together and it just creates a family.
Chase.
Hi, Miracle on.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Probably The Sandlot, just a classic, really funny movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I love that movie too. I think I met two of the actors. One was a couple of years ago. He was at the Rare Riders, and another one that came this year, and we met him. So yeah, that's a classic. Three very good movies. Stephanie, do you have a question?
I don't have a question, but I want to go
No.
back to something we were just talking about before, when we're talking about, I didn't know where Honesdale stood, but talking about who can possibly win. But every week is such a different week. You know what I mean? Like you said a lot of people are injured, but to me, that part, I mean, it matters, but I
Mhm.
feel like it's everybody's week. You know what I mean? For me, like when I think of sports, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
If you lost the last 3 games, you have a good week, you could beat the best team around,
I believe that
So
too.
don't ever get down just because you're losing, because you never know what the next week's going to bring.
hmm
You still have a
Yeah.
chance.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of that. Yeah, it's like I come when we were heading into playoffs in softball, men's slow pitch softball league. One thing I've learned was you have to know about the team you're playing, like your enemy,
Mhm.
right? You gotta learn about their strengths, their weaknesses, and the type of players they have, how good they are. But end of the day, you can't look at how good they are because if you fear them, I think you're already defeated at that moment. So I never really focused too much on stats, how good this team was, or is, how big their guys are, even they are, like say so pitch softball. I always focused on what I had, the guys I had, the players I have, and what they could do and their strengths and weaknesses. I'm knowing and preparing to go up against the team and being aware of what they could do. Like there were so many times I remember like in 2020, my former team, which I built the team up, made them really good, and then I kind of resigned after 3 years. A bunch of Lakeland guys on there, like Chet Ancheski, Kyle Keyhart recruited, and they were killing teams all season long. And my team didn't have half the talent they had. We went into playoffs, they ended up beating us in playoffs and knocking us out. By the first game, we lost 4-3. We had them do like no runs in like the first 5 innings, and they're like crapping their pants. And because I had a team, I was preparing the like environment. I always think environment matters, confidence matters, like getting people to believe in themselves, right? And then putting guys in the right position. And I've seen it many times where you just doing everything right, and that team that should have won, they're struggling against it, and a lot of times you could beat them. Many times I've seen. I'm 41 years old, so anything could happen. Always know what you have, who you have. Know you have Chase Rosencrantz, not the other wide receiver or Cody or Dylan Loomis. and it feels good. You know, Dunmore, Homestead could have anybody you want. Mason Avery. Well, Mason Avery, while in power pack, held to I think 36 yards. I was shocked because I picked while in power pack to lose to Honesdale, and while in power pack beat Honesdale. They went in there and they're just, hammering, hitting, and playing good defense and shut down Mason Avery. And he's a good back. And you guys are going to be playing against him. But yeah, anything could happen. And I'm like a motivational speaker to Lakeland, right?
Well, how
Since
many of them have freshman starters too? Like,
yeah,
I think that's pretty cool, coming into your freshman year and you're a starter
Mhm.
already. So
Yep.
you never
All
know
right.
what's going to.
Do you have another question, or do you want me to ask?
Yeah, no, it's all you.
All right, cool. I have a few more. If you could be remembered for one thing, like if you passed away, I know you guys are young, not thinking about it, but as athletes and as some of you guys said, you looked up to some older football players that were like, to play football for Lakeland, right?
Does the cat want to talk too?
Yeah,
That was great.
he's definitely.
At the varsity level. So if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be? What would you want to be remembered for?
I would want to be remembered for how hard I worked. Like even though if I wasn't the biggest guy or the fastest guy, if I put in the hardest work and did what I could do and didn't let anything else get in the way of that, then that's what I'd want to be remembered.
Good answer.
I'd want to
Gavin?
be remembered for my mentality for sure. Just like how Kevin Snyder is. Just if you come in and put in the work every day, people are going to remember your name.
Yes, definitely. Chase?
Probably just mentality and probably the confidence too. Just remembering that.
That's good. Dylan?
Mentality and just being like a good, funny person, Just
Good. Good answers.
Chase, the mom in me wants to rip your hood off. If you guys, no, you don't have to take it down. It's just, I just think of my son, Jonathan. I was always taking it down on him, and that's what you're
No.
right now. That's why it's the hair.
It's funny. All right. Name one positive thing about your head coach. Cody.
He's always pushing us and motivating us, and he gets on us, but he really wants the best for you inside and outside of football.
Kevin?
He loves to throw the football, and if I'm going to play wide receiver, that's a good thing for me.
Chase?
Did we lose
Disappeared.
him? It's because I made him take his hood off. He's mad at me now.
Let me see if he's at the bottom. So here's. All right. I guess Dylan, you could answer. We'll wait for him to come back.
definitely a good leader and a good teacher for us. He makes sure it's like a really big thing he preaches. All the little things matter, and that makes it win a football game. And he's a really good guy. He's a really likable guy. Good, really easy to talk to.
Good answers. Chase?
Sorry, my bad. My mom called me.
Okay.
Probably what Cody said is just how he gets on you, especially just because he wants you to be good. He's not just getting on you for no reason. Like, he wants to get on you just so, we can be the best team around.
Yeah, good answers. Thank you. If you won $10 million tomorrow, what would you spend it on? Or what would you do with it? Whatever.
I'd probably buy a mansion and a bunch of nice cars.
Good answer. Chase?
Well, if you could buy people back, I would definitely buy money to get my grandma back. But if not, I'd probably retire my parents and move them down to Florida and then just, save a lot of it.
Gavin?
Yeah, what Chase said. I'd retire my parents for sure. They just done so much for me. It'd be selfish not to.
Good answers. Dylan?
A lot of wants to say just gamble it all, but I wouldn't do that. I would I'd buy, a lot of it. Buy a lot of nice stuff for my parents. Nice stuff.
Cody,
Probably
do you want to buy anything for your parents?
Oh,
I'm kidding,
oh.
I'm kidding.
The house would be
I'm sorry, Dylan. I just thought it was funny how you guys are parents, and he's like, I want the house and the cars.
Yeah, Cody's dad was my neighbor growing up. I think he lived like a mile or two from me.
Nice.
So yeah, it's interesting. Who's your favorite high school teacher?
Pick one that gives extra credit, boys, if they're watching.
Yeah. Or later if they watch.
Yeah, later.
Probably Miss Graham, I'd have to say. She's a really nice lady and she's really smart. She's definitely my favorite.
Cody?
I would probably say Mr. Shaka. I just think he's a really cool guy, and he cares about his students and everything.
Chase?
Probably Mr. Freeman. I mean, since my dad was a teacher, I've known all these people since I've been like 1 years old, and honestly, I think Mr. Freeman. I think he's just a great role model for me.
Yeah.
for me, probably Mr. Tellup. He was my coach last year. He's a really good guy, and he's always there for me if you need to talk to him. Oh, he's a really good guy.
Thank you. Let me see what else I have. Every last one. Okay. How can you help your teammates improve and become better football players? Anybody could answer. Hard question.
Motivation. Just lots of motivation. And also examples of the success of the work they're putting in. Just giving them examples. People from the past, just really just a lot of motivation, especially in the weight room. That's where it all happens because that's where all the team bonding is. And motivation in the weight room leads to motivation on the field. And from there, that's just the recipe to success, motivation.
That's true.
I'd probably say holding them accountable. If they mess up, you got to let them know. If they do good, you got to let them know. It's just, you got to be a leader and lead by example.
Yep. Anybody else? No.
I think they said it pretty well. So
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely true. I mean, when I ran a slow pitch softball team, last year was my last year. Now I'm kind of helping out on another team. How do you want to say? Yeah, being a good teammate was always important to me. Although it was for fun, I wanted to win. I was a very competitive guy and passionate about sports. And one of the things I always like is what kind of teammate somebody was, cheering on a teammate, cheering on the other person. And if somebody was like a troublemaker, causing trouble, negative, wanting to start fights, I know football is a little bit different, obviously, but I would, kind of mark them a little bit because that affects the culture sometimes. Now, again, football is different. Guys got pushed around and get aggressive. But this was slow pitch softball. There's no reason for anybody to want to beat somebody up, So, yeah, good answers.
I have to say, I am really impressed with the way that you guys answer questions, even when we did Mid Valley. Like, you guys sound like you're adults when you answer, and I love hearing, you talk about your parents and things like that. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely good answers. I think I have one more question I want to ask. Where is it? Name one positive thing about your teammates on air. Like Cody would say something positive about Chase, Gavin, Dylan. Chase would say something positive about Cody, Gavin, Dylan. So, from there on out. Cody.
Something positive about Chase, right?
Yeah, Chase, Gavin, and Dylan.
Chase, just a great athlete all around. Playing multiple sports, it ain't easy, and he's good at everyone. Gavin, he puts in the work. He don't let anyone tell him any different. His mentality's there. And Dylan on the field, he's just a different person. His mentality's it's on another level. He's different.
Thank you. Chase?
Miller, definitely like the work ethic, just putting it in the off season. You really just see like the growth, especially from last year to this year. Probably Roberts. Roberts is definitely the mindset. Roberts knows that no one's better than him, and he's not going to say that anyone's better than him. And, he's just always going to be like, I'm the best guy in the field and can cover anyone. And definitely Dylan. Dylan being a freshman, just coming in and just being an animal on the field, especially, we're asking a lot from him, especially since he's so young and he's just stepping up.
Thank you. Gavin?
Yeah, Cody's just a dog in the weight room. Always has been since he was younger. He just goes in there, puts in the work, and, well, you could tell on the field. And Chase, just his natural athleticism, he just goes out every Friday and balls, just makes it look easy. I just respect that. And Dylan's just a dog, like coming up as a freshman, playing linebacker, making hits. He just gets everyone fired up.
Thank you. Dylan?
Start with Cody. Cody's always at all off season in the weight room. He was there every time I was there. He was there. Chase, really great all around athlete. Like 3 sports, he's a star in all of them. Just amazes me every time I think about it. Bob's, he's always fun to be at practice with. Always cracking jokes. But also he makes sure we're getting to work and always on the field. Has a good attitude.
Thank you. So, yeah, that's all the questions I have. Stefan, do you have any more or anything you want to ask?
Questions. I just want to say that I wish you guys luck on Friday. Hopefully I can make it to the game on Friday. But
Thank you.
give it your best, boys. Give it your
Thank
best.
you.
You're welcome.
Yep, I'll be there again this week. So, covering you guys. So, I have like a X, they call it now, not Twitter. So it's in Facebook. I update, if there's touchdowns scored and different things. I, video using my phone all game long, cutting clips and things. So it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. It's fun. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you for all coming on here, and you did an excellent job answering all the questions.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for having
Tomorrow
us.
now is to say something to Ethan that he should have been here.
I will.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, yep, you're welcome.
Have a
And
nice
good
night,
luck
guys.
Friday.
Yeah,
You too.
Bye, guys.
Have
Thank
a good night.
you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nice. Their answers are wonderful, Stephanie.
I know. I love listening. Even when we had Mid Valley, I didn't, wasn't here last week, so I didn't get to ask the questions I wanted to. But I like, it's just knowing how old they are.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you forget you're talking to kids when they have answers like that. But they're raised right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. Their perspective and the way they look at things, and even it's wonderful. And yeah, I always try to be like how do you want to say I like to inspire people and sports athletes. I love that. And that's why I ask those questions, because I think it's very important for athletes to share what they like about somebody. I think it's good for the camaraderie. I can't even say that word.
Well, that's what I was just thinking
Yeah.
because, the teams that we interviewed, they talk about, being a family, and I'm glad that that's what they go to. Like they automatically have that in their head, like their family, they're there when you need them.
And it's so easy to focus on negative things, or maybe in your own head, you might be thinking, oh, that person, doesn't really like me, or he doesn't think I have anything. He doesn't have anything positive to say about me, right? Because our mind is our own enemy a lot. It's our own battle. It's a battlefield in our mind, right? So yeah, I love inspiring them, and hopefully I made a difference in their life. I love that, and it's such a young team, and so, but yeah, if you could try to be there Friday, be on sidelines, front
I'll do my
row
best.
seats. So not another week, but yeah. So yeah, that wraps up our show, the All Saints show, and next week we have the Scranton Knights coming on. A couple players from Scranton Knights,
All right.
and then the following week, I'm working on having a couple players from Scranton Prep come on. I think
Okay.
we have 2 yeses. One said yes, but didn't get back to me yet. So after that, I might try to switch it up and maybe, I don't know, maybe you could either bring on some soccer players from a team or cross country players maybe, or maybe bring on a couple players from a team that I was not able to get at their game this year.
Okay.
I haven't decided. So, but this is fun. I love doing this in this
Yeah.
podcast.
It is.
Definitely. So, but yeah, Stephanie, thank you for being part of my
Welcome.
podcast and joining it.
Enjoying it.
It is,
And we'll get
it is
better as
fun.
the night goes on.
Yeah. And we're going to get better at it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Have a good night and
I hope
see
you
you
enjoy today
next
too.
time.
I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time.
See you, Stephanie.
Bye.